start doing the blues thing.
Well,
because it really opened things up.
Speaking of, let's listen to some of that. The new album, the CD, is called Left for Dead. This is Dudley Taft. The name of the song is Ain't No Game. All right, man. The name of the song is Ain't No Game. It's off the new CD, Left for Dead. Our guest is Dudley Taft.
Dudley, I got to get in one bio fact. I hope you don't mind. You're a Yankee Doodle dandy, born on the 4th of July, correct?
Yes, sir.
Playing America's rock and roll. I think that's cool. That's great.
I like it. 10 years from the bicentennial, born in Washington, D.C.
Yes, in the nation's capital.
Worked out pretty good.
Yeah, that is great.
Well, tell us a little bit about the band that you've assembled for the Dudley Taft Blues.
Well, I called on an old friend of mine, Scott Vogel, and Scott and I did a project in between Sweetwater and Second Coming called Hapless, which was aptly named. I was kind of searching for things at that point, but Scott is an amazing drummer. I mean, you meet him and he's very, very unassuming. You wouldn't know that there's this monster drummer, in him, because he's just so laid back. He's so mellow. But that's one of the reasons why we get along really well. Mm-hmm. Because I'm maybe a little stronger than the average personality, and he's a little bit mellower, so we fit together pretty well. And on bass, Evan Sheely is handling the bass duties, and I got to know Evan because when I moved to Seattle in 1990, I started working at Seattle Music downtown, and Evan ran the bass department. And when Seattle Music went away, he just took his bass department down to Pioneer Square, and it's called Bass Northwest. And he's just one of the coolest rock bass players. And Scott's very much a rock drummer, and I was very much a rock guitar player. And we had this meeting, we all sat down, and I talked about what I wanted to do. I said, I really like ZZ Top right now. I was going through a ZZ Top phase, And
nothing wrong with that, brother.
Yeah. And I'm like, this is rock, but dude, check it out. They've got these like boogie beats, and they're playing around with the blues form, and it was very much to me, it was sort of building a little bit on the British invasion, but really Texas blues.
Oh, absolutely.
And the more that we got into the music, the more we realized, we can't limit ourselves to, be a ZZ Top tribute band. I wanted something to do because I was kind of bored at that point.
Well, let's listen to another song off the CD. Well, before we do that, where is this CD available at? Where can people grab this CD?
The CD will be available at my shows, and in the next couple weeks, it'll be available online, pretty much everywhere.
On your website?
There's a, I don't know how that works yet, to be honest with you.
Okay.
But iTunes,
yes,
Amazon, whatever.
Okay.
CD Baby.
Yes.
CD Baby handles all the electronic distribution, and I did another record with them in another little project, and it does get out everywhere. But we are looking at getting them in silver platters. So
all right. Well, the name of the CD.
Come to a show, though. That's really
absolutely. The CD is Left for Dead. Let's listen to Have You Ever Loved a Woman? This is Dudley Taft.
Yeah, that is definitely some 10 bourbon, 10 scotch, 10 beers music
That's
right
some
there.
smoking blues right there, man. Yeah.
Thank
Your
you.
fingers are on fire after that one. I love that stuff. Okay, well, Dudley, I know I used to have a blues program, and I played blues a lot on my radio time, and I know a lot of blues is about attitude, look, persona. You have to have the chops, but there's a million guitar players out there that can play the blues, and but a lot of them don't have the soul, the like I said, the attitude, the look. There's a whole package that goes with it. I think you got it. I find that in you. Is that a progression that you had to come to? Did you do some soul searching along the way, or did the blues hit you one day and then you felt it and you had to play it?
I kind of slipped into it like an old shoe. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think I might sound like a lot of other musicians when they speak about this, but for me, it's been a very long journey to get to this point with me where I feel like, now I really have an amazing amount of freedom to do what comes naturally to me. And, I tried to explain this a little bit in the liner notes of the CD. I grew up listening to the, classic rock, and before we started taping, we were talking a little bit about, I was listening to, Leonard Skinner and, Foghat and Thin Lizzy and Led Zeppelin and Jimi Hendrix and a lot of what we call classic rock now. And the more that I investigate the blues, the more I realize that all my favorite records were so heavily blues based.
Absolutely.
Deep Purple, Machine Head. Wow. I mean, where would they be without blues? I mean, a lot of these British invasion bands were very influential on 70s American rock. They all took their cues from Texas blues guys. Like Freddie King and Johnny Winter.
Yes.
I mean, you kind of wonder if the end of Freebird is an homage to Johnny Winter, because Johnny Winter was the master of those repetitive
They
licks.
actually used to put up his picture on the screen when they would play that song.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. So,
Leon Russell was another one too.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, it's becoming the fog is clearing,
Yeah.
for me, and I'm realizing that this is the roots of the stuff that I grew up listening to, and so in a rock band, it's like, there's all this pressure to write a great song and to be the next coolest thing, in the rock arena, and now it's like, I don't really care about that. Take Joe Bonamassa, for example, just played the Moore Theater Friday night, sold it out pretty much. He tours all around the world. No